If you happen to be on a train in Japan or simply strolling through the streets early in the morning or late in the evening, you might just glance at Garake. These are flip phones that retain the features of mobile devices from yesteryear but still able to function on 4G network. I'm glad you stayed with me. So now, looking at this beautiful device I found on Amazon Japan, but I realized I got it from Book Off, which is a secondhand shop here in Japan, kind of like your Salvation Army in the US. But the secondhand shops here in Japan have a reputation of serving quality products and accept nothing less than A grade from donors. Now this is something you don't see every day. This phone comes with a removable battery, 1650 mAh Lion battery that is. You can remove it as well as put it back in whenever you choose or replace the battery if it ever gets old and worn out. Upon removing the battery, I noticed that you can place a SIM card, a nano SIM card, as well as a memory card of up to 64 gigabytes here in this device. This device has a very sleek design. It is gold as well as black, and the black isn't just regular black either. It has a pattern on it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very sleek, very chic. Something I would imagine a very elite businessman back in the day would carry. So on this side there's a power button, and on the other side there's the volume rocker. Whenever you turn on the phone, there is a vibration that you would feel, and the phone, given its age, took a while to boot up, maybe 1.5 minutes. I mentioned the age because this phone came out in September of 2017, a couple years ago. It's made by Mode 1 Retro, a company here in Japan. It's a 4G device and runs on Android 7, something that you can't really find with old phones nowadays. The phone comes with 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of memory. With its 3.5-inch IPS liquid crystal screen, it manages to have a resolution of 480 by 800, rendering a pixel density of 267 ppi. Now, a major issue that I encountered with this device is that every now and then, the screen would go blank. The keypad would still work, I would still hear sounds coming from the keypad, there would still be vibrations to show me that something is happening on the screen, but I would see absolutely nothing. Other than that, I really wanted to see what this phone had to offer, and I went around and played a little bit with the different apps and the different things that this phone has to offer. First up is the Play Store. Another unfortunate thing about this phone is the keypad does not allow me to input letters. The physical keypad, that is. Only numbers were able to be inputted. So for letters, I had to use the on-screen keyboard, which was very responsive. However, the buttons are so tiny due to the 3.5-inch screen display. If you do have bigger fingers or longer nails, this will be a problem. Now the Play Store was up and running. I had no issues with the Play Store initially, I'll get to that later, and I really wanted to download YouTube. Here is like a dashboard, buttons that are shortcuts to different applications present on the phone. So right now I am going to try the camera. This was something that I was eager to see. The camera is at the back of the phone. I don't think it's very good placement because my hand would cover it and smudge it. So the quality will fall because you smudged it, and you have to be very careful. But look, right now the screen went black. The buttons are glowing, so it is working, but you can't see anything on the main display. The secondary screen was okay. It is a 1.1 mono TFT LCD, and it has a pixel density of 103 ppi. Nothing was wrong with the secondary display, everything was fine. It never glitched, it never ran anything, it never nothing. But the primary display, that's where the trouble is. Yes, I forgot to mention that it has a MediaTek MT673764-bit quad-core processor. Whatever that means, I'm sorry, I really don't know. So here I'm just showing you how difficult it was for me to use the phone since the screen constantly just went out. I close it for a few minutes and when I open it, it works again, but that's not all the time. If that was the case, maybe I would have kept it, but no, it was very unpredictable. I was comparing it to my phone, which is a Galaxy A71 4G that I bought in 2019. I was comparing the size in the case and outside of the case. The screen of the Galaxy A71, I believe, is 6.4 inches long, and it is much thinner than the flip device, but the flip device is much longer. Anyway, speaking of the camera, the primary camera is 8.0 megapixels, there's a 1x optical zoom, CT autofocus, and 1920 by 1080 pixel Full HD video recording at 30 FPS. But unfortunately, there is no flash. The secondary camera, which I could not access, is 1.9 megapixel.
It start. Oh, okay. I think it has a little bit of optical stabilization there. Get a hello to my little what do you call this? Deserted playground, deserted Ferris wheel.
There's some features on the camera, and it includes GPS location, scene mode, white balance, image properties, anti-flicker, and I really don't know any of these, so let's move along. I really don't have any idea what this is, so let's move on. Another issue I encountered is some of the apps would crash. Just like Play Store, it's a used device, so it's expected, but I just wish I could get more of it. Anywho, I went ahead and I installed YouTube, and in the middle of me doing this, the screen went blank again. It was so annoying. Secondary screen was still working, so I just admired that until finally I opened it, and yes, it's ready. So let's go into YouTube and see what it's like. Took a while to boot up. It's fine. I was so excited to use this, and it was pretty easy to navigate my way through it using both the keypad as well as the touchscreen feature. Okay, let's see the short. It's very laggy, moving from one short to the next. That might get on your nerves if you decide to get a phone like this.
Look at that. Turn up the volume.
I hear you're hungry. For a knuckle sandwich. Oi, Kylo, you want a bite of this knuckle?
You can even upload a video or a short if you so desire. Now let's watch a regular video. It worked well. The volume here is at its maximum. You can change the orientation of the video, and it was pretty neat. I really like this anime. I think it's funny.
Why? Miss Olivia の代わりにスピーチコンテストにアテンドして優勝をゲットしたのに、未だに古文クラスで私が他のクラスメイトより多くロックオンされるのか。
Moving on, I tried to surf the web. I just put something random in the Google search engine. I typed in cooking oil. All the suggestions were in Japanese. I went to the images. Everything was okay. It took a while for some of the pictures to load, but everything was fine. I don't complain much about the speed of this, hence why I have a 2019 mid-range device in 2023. I'm an average user. I really appreciate that they have this right here, so I can just add my keychain or my little chingy instead of having to buy a case to do that. It was difficult to send an email, but I did manage to send one with a few attachments. It took a while, but it happened. Then to charge the device, it was pretty cool because there is some animation when it's charging. It's really cute. Not animation, but you know. I wanted to customize it with a cute wallpaper, and I found one. And I went ahead and tried to apply the wallpaper, and it worked. Then I wanted to choose a ringtone and a notification tone as well. I forgot to show you all the notification bar. These phones are called Garake. Why? Well, it is an amalgamation of the Galapagos Island and Keitai Denwa. Keitai Denwa meaning cell phone in Japanese. Now, why the Galapagos Islands? Because just like these cell phones that are only available in the Japanese market, meaning that they're isolated from the rest of the world, the Galapagos Islands are just like that, isolated from the rest of the world, having very unique fauna and flora. So if you want a phone like this, more than likely you need to travel to Japan or maybe Korea to find these limited feature smartphones. If you go to Docomo or SoftBank, they might be branded as feature phones. Of course, I sent it back. I could not go on using something like this where at any moment the screen would just go blank. I got a refund, thank heavens, and if there's any phone like this available that's in much better conditions in terms of the software and the features, I would definitely get it because it's really cute, it's really neat, and why not, you know? Bye bye. Let me know in the comment section if you would use a phone like this in 2023 or if there's something you would add or take away from it.